When you talk about the corporates these days, the entire scenario has changed. The world has changed from traditional approaches to the digitalization, automation, AI, machine learning. These are the things. These are the words that have been flying around the corporates these days. So, what, according to you, in terms of HR, in terms of capacity building, the organization should focus on the days ahead?
See, so I'll tell you, a lot of people that you speak to today, oh, AI is coming for your job, oh, you're going to lose your job, etc. I think it is not. Even organizations are now going into that thought process of how do we use AI or how do we use all of this digitization and tech to improve the productivity of our team. If you are a youngster listening to this or you're an employee listening to this, do not try to resist the whole AI tech wave. You go into this aspect of how can I use this to give better results, to give faster results, to be more productive, to be more effective. Anybody who is able to ride this wave will skyrocket in their career. Anybody who tries resisting on this will get thrown behind. If you look at 30 years back when computers came in, a lot of people said computers are coming in, you will lose your job, you will lose your job. It has helped you give better results. People who made that transition from manual to a computerized world did well in their careers. Now from this computerized world into this whole AI, tech, machine learning world, the people who are making this transition are going to do well. Same thing with organizations as well. Organizations need to use these new elements to go into the more result-oriented, better productivity, better revenues, better profit angle. And I think that's where the true impact of this transition will come in.
So do you see any gap that the organizations have currently, and then do you see any scope of improvement that the organizations need to adopt in their processes to adjust to the change scenario?
So the HR, be it the HR team or the other teams, all teams need to realize how can you use this tech AI thing to improve on this. There are a couple of organizations where we talk from an HR perspective, and the thought comes in, how can AI be used to improve the HR processes? How can AI be used to improve this whole training and development experience of the employee? Because every employee might have a different learning need. Every employee might have a different learning speed. How can you use the whole tech space to make it more curated, to make it more personalized, so that you are able to create fine-tuned and more curated experience for your team as well, and for your consumers as well, for the other teams, and create that strong impact. So don't use it to replace, use it more as a fine-tuning mechanism for future impact.
Nepal is also going through the transformation in AI and machine learning, and we have been doing a lot of workshops for our bank. And I can see that in the other corporate sectors as well, they have been conducting such similar kind of programs there as well. On a larger perspective, where do you see some of the organizations that have already implemented that versus the country or the organizations that are still in the journey to implement it so far? Where do you see the gap, and then what advice would you want to give the corporates to actually implement whatever they have learned so far into the workplace?
See, again, goes back to the same thing of, if you try avoiding it, it's not good. You will not be able to avoid it, because everybody else is executing, implementing AI, using it to further their reach, further their revenues, further their profits, improve the productivity. If you are an organization listening to this and you've not got into it, I think it is time that you start thinking about it, start researching about it, start seeing how this can improve your organization in every aspect, because that's the future.